Hi, welcome to Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is Friday, April 19th. Happy Friday. This is take 2 of Breakfast at Tiffany's because I recorded the first one 13 minutes long with no sound. So, I'm hoping this is working and there is actually sound recording right now. My microphone is not blinking at me, so I'm assuming it's good. My bad, I didn't check the microphone. Anyway, I put these here today because I wanted to make sure to show them to you. These are from my garden, and they're from Andrew. He picked them for me. Aren't they lovely? Every year, not every year, but every week that I do Breakfast at Tiffany's that there is something blooming in the yard, he tries to pick flowers for me and leave them for me on my desk. And last year I was really good about showing them most of the weeks when I did Breakfast at Tiffany's. And mentioning, Andrew, that he did this for me. But this year, he started with the daffodils, and I was really bad about showing them. So I wanted to not forget to show these. So these are really, really gorgeous, and they're everything from my yard. I love the smell of flowers, like fresh flowers, but I just realized that I don't love floral scents, like artificial floral scents. Like if it's a room freshener or a candle or anything that's in a floral scent, I'm not really a fan. But I love the smell of real flowers. And I noticed that a lot this year when the daffodils came in, that every time you walked in this room, you would smell the daffodils, or I would smell the daffodils, and I would just love it. And I just thought it was so great. And then when I had the tulips here, the same thing, like I would smell that, and these smell. And I love that, but I've always known that I don't like florals. I've always said I don't like floral scents, but I realized this year that I like real floral, like real flower smell, but not fake floral. So anyway, that's way more than you needed to know about my floral senses. But anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what's been going on this week. I know that if you watched last week, you saw that we were going through a lot of stuff with the dog, and I wanted to give you a little update on him. He is doing much better. We had the surgery. He's doing much better. He's still has the cone on, so he's getting used to being blind all over again, but it's hard with that cone on. And he's getting better every day, but I really feel like once we get that cone off, which will be next Thursday, he'll be fine. And he was getting around the house fine for a year being blind before, so he'll be okay. But the whole thing was just very disappointing. But I just wanted to give you a little update on that, and also let you know that I realize I've been really lacking on social media posts this week and last week. Last week I had an excuse. I was dealing with Louie, and I just could not think. Like Lori and I have a schedule down where she does Sundays with Lori, and then Monday's usually a quote or something, pretty easy. And then she does Tuesdays, laughs with Lori. And then Friday is this, and Saturday is show the sale Saturday. But Wednesday and Thursday are always kind of up in the air, and I have to come up with something every week, and I don't always have the brain capacity to do that. And last week I just didn't, so nothing went up. And then this week, I don't really have an excuse, except I really was just trying to catch up on stuff, and I just couldn't wrap my brain around anything. But I've been busy. A lot of stuff's been going on behind the scenes. Luckily, when I was kind of out of it last week, Vicky had been here the week before, so we had a lot of pictures had been taken, so we had a lot of stuff to list, so all the listing continued. And then this week I've been working we still have some of her stuff that she photographed left, but I needed to not run out, so I've been taking pictures this week, and so I've been working on that. And then of course Wednesday I spent the day at the office, and so if I don't do the post for Wednesday on Tuesday and schedule it, then I usually won't get it up on Wednesday unless I do it in the evening, and I was gonna, but Andrew ended up spending the day in the hospital with his mom and the ER, and she's fine. She's still in the hospital, but they're taking care of her. She's all right. And I've just been I couldn't wrap my head around anything. And then yesterday I had a friend come over, and she was doing some pictures for me downstairs, and it gave me a chance to unbox a consignment that we need to list. that I've already done a live unboxing for. So you've already seen this stuff like last year when it came in, but I had to unbox it all so we could start listing it. So I was doing that. And so there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. And then even late last night, I created a post with some of the pictures of what I did yesterday. And I said, we might not have posted today, but we've been really busy behind the scenes and, to kind of say what was going on. And then I forgot to post that. But I've also been trying to take more time out for myself and do more stuff. I've been walking every day this week, intentional walking, like intentional 1 mile walks or 1 mile or more walks every day, starting Monday. And then last night I also went to an aerial yoga class, which was very interesting. And then I woke up this morning really sore, but it was really interesting. I'm glad I did it. But anyway, I've been photographing and I wanted to show you some of the cool finds that I've photographed recently some of the things I didn't even realize we had down there to be listed. And I wanted to show you, it got me thinking about technology and how far technology has evolved just in my generation. And I always think of it as my generation because I went from like the home phones to like, cell phones and the, listening to, taping songs off the radio to like, what we have now, everything's digital. But if you think about it, my parents' generation even evolved more because they probably went from, I don't even know if they had no TV at one point, but they probably went from no TV or actually having a TV in their house. Maybe some of them even went from no phone in their house to having a phone and then, evolving. So our parents, if they're still alive, have gone through a lot more technology changes that we have, but I always think of it as a Gen X thing. But I mean, Gen X really has, with the social media and all that stuff, but that's not really, well, I guess that's technology. But anyway, I wanted to show you some cool vintage stuff I got in. So this is a Panasonic OmniMovie VHS camcorder. VHS is a big tape. So this thing is awesome. It is the full deal. You put the VHS tape in here. You put the battery in here. It comes with the battery. Big Energizer rechargeable battery. And it even comes with the battery charger. And all the other cords are here. And there's also a flash bulb, a flash that goes up here. But it comes with a shoulder strap. But these were so heavy and you had to hold them for so long that they made them so that they sit on your shoulder like this. And you can hold it like this or you can hold it like this. And then you put this thing over your eye. So you're shooting like this. So it's really cool. I did not test it because I don't have a VHS tape. Oh, I'll get the strap off me. But it's got all the stuff here. So it's great for an enthusiast or a collector who wants it because it's even, it all comes in this original hard shell case. It's really awesome. So that will be listed hopefully in the next week. And then I found this from my own personal collection, which I also am going to list. But this is from when Andrew and I got together. I had a son and he had two sons from our previous marriages. And when we got together, we blended our families. And we didn't do a lot of summer vacations with the whole family because his boys would go off to be with their mother for the summer. We had them for the school year and they would go off to be with her for the summer. And my son would go to Texas to visit his dad for a couple weeks every summer. And so we just didn't do like whole family vacations except for one time when we did an extended Coral family vacation with his brothers, Andrew's brothers and their families and his parents. And we all went to Hanging Rock in North Carolina. And that was a long drive. And you need something to keep the boys occupied in the back seat. So, you're not listening to them, fight or whatever. Well, they'll still argue, but. So we had this that hangs over the back of the car seat. And it is a portable DVD player. and it would just hang there, so you could watch it. And we have the original plugs, the regular plug and the car plug. So sometimes they would also use this in their room to watch movies. It had headphones, 2 sets of headphones, but there's only one headphone jack in this thing. So I remember going to Radio Shack and finding this GigaWare headphone splitter so that both of them could listen to whatever movie was playing, and they would both be occupied. Now, the only thing they had left to fight about was which movie they wanted to watch, which did happen. But I thought it was just funny to take a little trip down technology lane here, because I just came across both of those things at the same time. And I remember when I used to go on car rides with my parents and I was traveling, I had no option except to go to sleep or to read, color or draw or something like that. Maybe I had an Etch-a-Sketch. I can't remember. But we also didn't go on super long car rides. But just to go to my grandparents' house was an hour. And to me, like back then, in those days, that was lifetime. Like we hardly ever went to my grandparents' house because it was an hour away. And now to drive an hour is nothing. So, for most people. But when I got to be a teenager, then, or maybe preteen, probably teenager, the Walkman started coming out, and the Walkman was like a portable it started out as a radio with headphones that you could listen to in the car. First you could listen to your own stuff, so you wouldn't have to listen to what your parents were listening to. And then they started put cassette tapes in it, so you could play the cassette tape. And just recently, downstairs, I also found, from my own collection, I found a Walkman CD player that I used to have, and then I gave it to Tyler to listen to CDs when he was really little, like when he was falling asleep at night and stuff. He had a little CD player that you could listen with the headphones. And I was going to show you that, but I couldn't find it when I was trying to make this video, of course. So anyway, but we have that too. So I just thought it was neat to take a little trip down memory lane. Oh, I forgot to tell you, with the camcorders, I read that Panasonic came out with those in 1985, which is the year I graduated from high school. And then those first ones, which I think this one is, would only play a 3-hour VHS tape. But then in 1987, they came out with camcorders that would do full-length VHS recordings. So that'd be better for like weddings and stuff like that, or big events. So anyway, I just thought that was funny. Those were called Super VHS, the ones that did the full length. And this doesn't say Super VHS on it, so I think it's just the 3-hour length. But I couldn't test it because I don't have a VHS tape, but I can use it in it. So anyway, that was my spiel for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. And next Sunday, the 28th, is our next live sale, which will be for Mother's Day. We'll be doing all things mom. The tree will get decorated. It's in between right now. So we will see you soon, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.